Hey guys, welcome back to Planet JeJuDa and happy WIP Wednesday. And today we are going to be continuing my Halloween blanket from 2023. That's right, we're going to continue working on it. I am officially working on row number 7 out of 10. So we are over halfway finished. And I couldn't be happier. I have not crocheted a few days, but I have been crocheting 4 squares at a time. But today I'm just going to focus on 2 squares. We are working up the next black square and white square. And yeah, so let's get started. I'll bring you on down and we might have a little chit chat, maybe a little music too. All right, so if you've been following along, you know that we will be using my 5.0 crochet hook, and of course we'll have scissors and a darning needle to work in our ends, obviously, and to cut off. And then our yarn is this light gray sparkle or metallic. So let's go ahead and get started. I already started my slip knot, so let me get it on there and going. And I have, if you remember from last week, I have been continuing to work from this edge and then go immediately into attaching it to this edge. So that has been a lot easier to deal with, and it uses, I think, I hope, less yarn, and it makes it go by pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and find, there we go. I'm corner to corner and I will be just getting it going if I can. There we go. And being that this is technically a Halloween Fiber Frights blanket, I have been playing around with watching Halloween movies or shows, even documentaries. And today I actually watched for, I couldn't even tell you how many times, Practical Magic, 1998's Practical Magic, and I cannot wait for the sequel to come out next year. I am super excited. I have loved that movie from when it came out in 98. I don't remember if I saw it in the theater or if I just happened to stumble upon it in, say, Blockbuster Video or whatever, but I have been in love with that movie ever since I first saw it. And I actually just recently, which is kind of funny because that movie came out in 1998. I literally today as well got the Audible audiobook on Audible, I should say, so that I can listen to it. And I couldn't decide because there are 4 books, 2 prequels, Practical Magic, and then a sequel. And I couldn't decide which I wanted to do, whether I wanted it to be Practical Magic or the prequels, or obviously I wouldn't do the sequel, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to do the prequel or the movie or the book from the movie itself. So I did ultimately decide to get Practical Magic. So I'm starting with the original book, and then I will be working into getting the rest of them and going from there and learning more of Maria's backstory and more of the aunt's backstory and seeing what they were like, as well as seeing after the events of practical magic itself. So I'm super excited. Here we go. And I'm about to attach to the rest of the blanket. Let's see, where's my square, there we go. And just like that, I am working the other edge. So I am doing just simple single crochet to join the squares onto the rest of the blanket. And then why I did it this way is beyond me, but I did this weird, like, because it ends up with a hole right here in the middle, and for whatever reason I just wrapped it, did a bunch of like loops with my tied off ends. And if I could go back in time and redo it, I would have done it completely different. I would have worked up individual columns and then put them together. So I would have, instead of doing one and then attaching it to the whole blanket, I would have done strips or rows, columns, whatever you want to call it, and then put them all together and done it a completely different way. But that is not how I did it, so I'm finishing it the way that I started, and that way it'll be relatively cohesive. You know, I was still fairly new-ish, because if you know my story, you know my grandma taught me when I was a teenager, and then I got out of it, out of crocheting, and then I came back to it 3 years ago now, so in 2022. So this would have been my first, official year of crocheting again. And so, yeah, I totally would do things so differently now than I did 2 years ago. But, I don't mind. I am just looking forward to getting this one finished and being able to use it for all of, well, if you see behind me and if you've seen around my house, you know that things don't always get put away as far as decorating and uses. I have other Halloween blankets that I absolutely love, and they are always up year round. Just like Jack is always standing behind me every single day. So I will probably use this all the time once it's finished. Go. Nope, I have one more. Okay. There we go. And that was a tight stitch. Come on. There we go. And we're done with square number 1. Boy, that was fast. Although, I still need to weave in the ends. So, but have you seen Practical Magic? And if you have, what did you think about it? I have loved the movie, loved the soundtrack. I loved everything about it. It is one of my all-time favorite movies ever, not for any particular reason. I love the story of the two sisters and fighting for love, and yeah. And are you as equally as excited as I am for the sequel to come out? I have wanted this sequel to happen, and it finally is, and I'm just like, and I'm so glad to see that at least Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman, Diane Wiest, and Stockard Channing are coming back. I don't think it's been confirmed with any of the others, but I would love to have all of them come back, but that's, you know, we don't make up those choices. But I'm glad that those four are for sure coming back. I am super excited. I can't wait to see it. And yes, I will go see it in the theater. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I will come back. And yeah, we'll play a little music. There you go. Alrighty guys, so we worked up our black and white squares. I have 4 more squares to go in this row, so hopefully I will have it finished by the time we do another WIP Wednesday, and we'll be working on my at least 8th row, if not possibly 9th, which would mean we will be almost finished. I'm excited. Anyways, what are you working on? And is it Halloween related or fall related? And what are your go-to Halloween movies? Are they romantic comedies, or are they out and out horror? Or a little bit of both? Let me know. Anyways, If you liked today's video, I would love it if you would hit the like button. And if you'd like to be notified of any and all future uploads, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to click all on the notification bell. And with that, remember, gravity works, guys.